However, you can't tell the customer, we have a 3-night stay minimum, you know, when you're trying to book 2, because is the big no-no. Why? Yeah. Because you're going to book the 3 nights and then change it to 2, and you lost. So some things really have to tell, like Ms. Rania said, add ahead, because if you lose the customer, that's it, he's gone. So alternative also you can do to say, if you have a busy period, then you have the prices in the site as a result. It's hard to explain to them, yeah, because of this and that, but then you could do a tab with a special offer. So if they are price sensitive and they think it's expensive, they maybe click on the special offer and see alternative dates with the better prices, as examples. But the biggest opportunities is on the phone, of course, and you tell the people, like, we are really busy, that's why the price is high. So if that doesn't fit you, then we have alternative dates also.
Well, as well, I'd like to add on that, this budget hotel chain in the UK had a very good practice whereby if a customer is attempting to book in a specific destination and a hotel is not available for a specific reason, could be a length of stay, they always would suggest an alternative hotel choice within a specific miles of their initial destination, which would as well inform the customer, if they are flexible enough, because the price might be different as well, they could amend their travel details either to a different location, or you could suggest different dates if the customers can amend their travel details, their travel plans, and therefore you can suggest another time when your prices are lower, and you could suggest them, and this could be done over the phone rather than on the internet. But on the internet, they had a good practice of having alternative hotels suggested when their first hotel choice was not available.
I think at the end of the day, not all the customers are your customers, because you can't have them all. So you can pick and choose which one you want to make you profitable. And at the end of the day, revenue management is the art of turning away business. So if you know who you turn away and who you take, that's really revenue management. But it's a really good question. Thank you very much. Any other question, please?
So you said it is necessary to explain why the rates fluctuate. Can you also possibly turn that into a selling point if you're in the leisure segment for low season periods?
If I understood you clearly, the question is, can you, the turning away points, can you turn it to a selling point in different seasons or the same high seasons, right?
Yes, this is what I was just mentioning, that if a customer is price sensitive and you do offer a specific rate or restriction at a point in time, and if that customer is resisting this proposition, what you could do is just try to suggest something else within a short time lead where you could offer this customer a better proposition that would meet with his willingness to pay. But it's definite that revenue management practices are more beneficial to the hotel provider rather than to the customer. However, it is the customers, I mean, by educating customers to get to understand why do we set those price fluctuations and restrictions, and by giving them, you know, evidence of factors that lead this change in prices and restrictions, they would understand this practice as they have done it in the airline industry. It's just that they're a bit resistant in the hotel industry, but the study reflected that through time, this unfairness will decline, and therefore the practice will become better viewed by customer or better perceived by customer. But it always has to be evidenced. So why are we increasing the prices? Why are we setting length of stay? There should be a reason behind it. And if the reason is not obvious to the client will not buy in, and therefore will go look somewhere else.
Somebody else? Sure. Don't forget, people also, when they come to book your hotel and you're going to offer them high price, I would say 90% already they paid high price for the airline ticket, then they should really be accepting that. But then we spoil our own customers by give them so much customer service on behalf of our prices and profitability. As example, some chains in the US, they give you 100% satisfaction guarantee or your money back, which means if you complain, you stay for free. And as a result, people go there and make up something to complain about to get a free room. And it's getting worse and worse. So we have to always remember that even though we are a very customer-oriented industry, at the end of the day, we are there to make money, because if we don't, we will not have a job. Please, go ahead.
It's very interesting, this field. Do you have in your research some data about how it was before and after this information to the guest? So before the rate, the percentage of incoming guests was worse, and after giving the information to the guest, the incoming was better?
I currently don't have this data, but this is going to come. This will be something that will come back in the future, whereby this data will be compared with the full-service hotel property, whereby, because this is a hotel data from customers who are in the budget hotel sector, which might be eventually as well price sensitive to start with. So this data will be compared with full-priced properties, and it will be as well conducted on a longitudinal study, whereby you could look at several months throughout the year and check the customer's perception of prices. Because this happened in a very high business month, which was in May in the UK. However, it was also during recession time. So there were many factors that impacted this study, and I'm intending to redo it in other settings, whereby it will be longer, and it could look at their perception at different points in time with different seasons and different situations.
What I actually personally would like to see is a hotel before and after revenue management, the impact on the customers, and the impact on the revenue. I think that will be very relative, to see how did I do? Did I make my customers happy before revenue management? Were they a little bit more upset after revenue management? Yes or no? But then how much did I make more money or not before and after? So I relate the revenue management impact versus financially, and then on the customer as well. I think this will be a very good...
This should be done on a company that is now implementing revenue management, whereby they're piloting some of their hotels, so the other hotels are still managed maybe manually or without a revenue management system, and then you can look at the pre and post and see, set some measures and identify whether profitability is impacted by revenue management or not, irrelevant of maybe the market factors, as well as looking at how customers are reacting to being priced on a revenue management basis or with hotels that are not yet on the system. But it should be done with a company that is now implementing the system.
That would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Any other questions?